Last class we learned about the pictorial representation of a queuing model. So this is the pictorial representation of the queuing model. This is the arrival. Queue is formed time to time. This part is known as the queue. This part is the service facility. Considering the queue and the service facility along with this, the queuing system. This is the departure. Arrival rate is lambda and departure rate is the mu. Now we entered into the few definitions, few concept and the distribution, Poisson distributions and the exponential distribution. Then we entered into the model. Transient and the steady states. What is called the transient and the steady state? A system is said to be transient state when its operating characteristics are depends on the time. Steady states when it is independent of the time. A steady state system is the one in which the behavior of the system is independent of the time. In the transient state, that is the transient state or transition state, PNT is the number of customer in a system in time t. That is, we are talking about the transition state. Transition state, in the steady state, it is independent of time and notation will be the Pn. So you can say when t tends to infinity, Pnt is equal to Pn. So Pn is independent of the time t. Let Pnt denote the probability that there are n customer in the system at time t. Then in the steady state, this is limit n tends to infinity, Pnt is equal to Pn. So you can write this way. So differentiation of this with respect to t, d of Pnt dt is equal to d of Pn dt. When Pn is independent of the time, that time it is a constant and differentiation Pn with respect to t will be 0. So you can write in the limit t tends to infinity, Pn dash t equal to 0, or simply we can write differentiation of Pnt dt equal to 0 when t tends to infinity, or we can say Pn is independent of the time, that's why differentiation with respect to t of Pn equal to 0. Poisson distribution and the exponential distribution. No, we already learned the arrival rate is the Poisson distribution and the departure is the exponential distribution. So we explain this is in elaborately. In general, arrivals do not occur at the fixed regular intervals of the time, but tend to be clustered or the scattered in some fashion. A Poisson distribution is a discrete probability distribution which predicts the number of the arrivals in a given time. We already know the probability distribution, that is the Poisson distribution, basically the discrete distribution, probability distribution. The mean arrival rate lambda, that is the number of arrivals per unit time, is assumed to be constant over the time and is independent of the number of the units already served. So we are taking the average arrival rate, that is the mean arrival rate over the time, and which is constant for our discussion for a interval of the time. That interval time is the very large, and that lambda is independent of the service rate. That means whatever the customer are served in the service facility. Queue length or any other random property of the queue. Poisson distribution and the exponential distribution, continuation of that. Since the mean arrival rate is constant over the time, it follows that the probability of an interval between t and t plus delta t is lambda del t. If we consider the time interval t and t plus delta t, so number of customers is arrived is delta del t, because delta is the mean arrival rate. So in time del t, delta into lambda into del t, number of customers arrive in the small interval of time delta t. The characteristics of the Poisson distribution are as follows. Probability of n arrivals in time t, lambda t to the power n e to the power minus lambda t factorial n. So since lambda t to the power n and e to the power minus lambda t and factorial n, so probability density function is lambda into e to the power minus lambda t. Lambda into e to the power, this is e to the power minus lambda t. Finally, Poisson distribution assumes that the time period delta t is very small, so that we are neglecting the delta t squared and delta t cube, etc. tends to 0. That means we are neglecting. Since delta t is very small, square of that will be the less than delta t. That's why we are neglecting and we are considering it is near equal to the 0. Service time is the time required for completion of a service. The most common type of distribution used for the service time is the exponential distribution. It is involves the probability of completion of the service. So completion of the service, that service time is the exponential distribution. That means service times follows the exponential distribution. Mean service rate is the mu, that means number of customers served per unit time, is assumed to be constant over time and independent of number of the units already served. That mu is independent how much customers are served. Queue length or any other random property of the system. That means mu is independent of the queue length, that is notation is LQ, and the random property of the system LS, WQ, like that. The probability that a service is completed between the time t and t plus delta t is mu delta t. Mu is the service rate, and in time delta t, number of customers served is mu into delta t. The characteristics of the exponential distribution are as probability of n service in time, probability of n customers served in time t is equal to mu t to the power n e to the power minus mu t factorial n. Probability density function inter service time is equal to mu into e to the power minus mu t. This is our the probability density function. General form of the queuing model, that is known as the Candel notation. General form of the queuing model, that is basically known as the Candel's notation. Now we learn what is the Candel's notation or what is the meaning of each and every alphabet. Generally, queuing model may be completely specified in the following symbols. This is the representation of a queuing model, and each and every alphabet have the meaning. So here is the three alphabet is there: A oblique B oblique C, then the colon, then D oblique E. What is the meaning of A, B, C and D, E? That I am explaining here. We have to remember each and everything when we are study the queuing model. This is the general form of the queuing model. A is the probability draw for the arrival, that is inter-arrival time distribution. A describe the inter-arrival time, or we can say the arrival distribution. P is the probability law according to which the customers are being served. This is the service distribution. This is arrival distribution. This is service distribution. C is the number of channels or the number of server in the station. C is the number of channels, or we can call it the number of servers in the system. D is the capacity of the system. That means the queue length capacity. Sometimes it is considered as a infinite length. Sometimes it is known as the fixed length. That is the finite length. That depends upon the capacity of the queue. Suppose in a barber shop, that is the queue is the fixed. It may be they can occupy the 10 customer or 15 customer. They cannot accommodate the 100, 150 or that time the queue length is the fixed. And when the no restrictions about the queue length, then it is called the infinite length. So D is the capacity of the system, that is the maximum number allowed in the system in the service and waiting. E is the queue discipline. Queue discipline means first come first serve, or first in first out, we can call it last in first out, first in last out, or service in random order. That is called the queue discipline. E denotes the queue discipline. Classification of the queue models into finite and infinite models. Now we entered into the model. Model are classified in the number model 1, model 2, model 3, model 4, like that. Few models are related to the infinite queue length and few are related with the fixed queue length. The queue models are classified as follows. Model 1, that is MM1. So this is the arrival distribution, service distribution, number of channels is 1, queue length infinite, and FCS queue discipline, first come first serve. So this model 1 in the from MM1. Now you have to learn it. What is M and what is M? Why both are the M? This is the arrival distribution. This is the service distribution. Because Poisson distribution and exponential distribution both are, we are calling it the Markovian property. Both are follows the Markovian property. That Markovian M we are denoted here the M. So arrival distribution also follow the Markovian property, and service distribution also follow the Markovian property. That's why we are writing here MM. One is the number of channel, infinite is the length of the queue, that is the now the queue discipline, first come first serve. This denotes the Poisson arrival, exponential inter-arrival. Poisson arrival, when we are talking about the arrival rate, then it is the Poisson, follow the Poisson distribution. And when we are talking about the inter-arrival time, then it is follow the exponential distribution. Poisson departure, that is the exponential service time. When we are talking about the service time, then it is follow the exponential distribution. Single server, here is the server is the single, infinite capacity, and first come first serve discipline. The letter M is used due to the Markovian property of the exponential process. Both are the exponential process. One is the positive, another is the negative. Model 2. Notation is that MM1, so arrival distribution, service distribution, and number of channels both are the same. N means fixed length of the queue. Number of customers in a queue is the fixed, that is the capacity of the queue is the fixed. FCFS, first come first serve. In this model, the capacity of the system is limited, that is the finite. So this is the finite model. Say N. Obviously, the number of arrivals will not exceed the number in any case. Model 3. Model 3 is the multi-server. MMS, that is the number of channels or number of server is the S. infinite length, and FCFS. This model takes the number of service channel as S, and model 4 MMS in FCFS. Arrival distribution, service distribution, number of channels, that is S, N is the fixed length, that is Q length never be exceed this, first come first serve. This model is essentially the same as the model 2, except the maximum number of the customers in this system is limited to N, where N is greater than S. That is, the number of service channel and capacity should be greater than that, otherwise some server will be idle. Suppose we have the 10 server and the capacity is suppose the 5. So always 5 is going to the service and 5 will be idle. On these 4 models, model 2 and model 4 are the finite models, where the model 1 and model 3 is the infinite models. We will discuss these models in subsequently. Operating characteristic of a queuing system. Operating characteristic of a queuing system. Queue length, that is we already learned, that is notation is LQ. System length is LS. Waiting time Q is WQ. Waiting time in the system WS. When we are starting a model, these 4 values we have to find out. That means we have to study these 4 things for a model. Then we have to discuss about that the model. That is the term is traffic intensity or the utilization factor. This is the most important term or the calculation in a queuing model. It is for the model 1, model 2, model 3 and model 4. What is called the traffic intensity? Ratio between the mean arrival rate and the mean departure or the service rate. When the number of service is 1, we say that in the model 1, model 2, model 3 and model 4, 2 model are for the number of server is 1, another 2 model is server is more than 1. So traffic intensity definition is defined for the multi-server and for the one server. Traffic intensity is denoted by the rho. Rho is equal to mean arrival rate by mean service rate is equal to lambda by mu. When there are multiple servers, traffic intensity rho equal to mean arrival rate by mean service rate. Mean service rate actually, because there is the multi-server, so how many server is there into the mean service rate, that is our the service rate. So lambda by C mu, where C is the number of the server. The unit of the traffic intensity is R long. Traffic intensity unit we are mentioning as a R long. Say lambda is the arrival rate, mu is also the arrival rate. So both unit will be cancelled out. Basically there is no unit, but we are calling that the traffic intensity by the R long, by the name of the Danish telephone engineer A.K. Dennis, A.K. Erlang. That is unit is the Erlang, is the name of the Danish telephone engineer A.K. Erlang. Applications of the queuing model, where we can apply the queuing model. Business station, departmental stores, cinema hall, petrol pump, clinics, airlines, counters, etc. Scheduling of job in production control, solution of inventory control. Other than also we can use in the traffic signal in the queuing model. Any communication we can use that the queuing theory. We can say that in the telephone communication, basically we are using the queuing model. in the second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation. That is, generation is denoted by the G. 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. That is, the facility is there. As they are increasing the facility, then we are using the queuing model, because according to the priority basis, we have to set the which one to be moved first and which one to be wait, that under the queuing model, and with the probabilistic queuing model we are using. Probability and statistical approach phenomena is there with the help of the queuing theory. Now we discuss about our model 1. First, that model we are calling is the birth and the death model. Model 1 is a MM1 infinity FCFS. First, we have to find out the steady state that we are considering by the model with the n customer and the 0 customer. Then we find out the relation between the P1. P1 means one customer in the system and no customer in the system, P1 with P0. Then we find out the relation with n customer in the system, Pn with the P0. That is our objective. Then we try to find out the formula for LQ, LS, WQ, WS with the help of P0 and P1. P0, no customer in the system. Already we learned the traffic intensity, rho. Also we express the P0 in terms of rho and P1 in terms of rho also. This is a queuing model in which the arrival is the Markovian, that is the Poisson distribution, and departure distribution is also the Markovian, that is the exponential. Number of server is 1. Size of the queue is, capacity of the queue is the infinite, and the service discipline is first come first serve, FCFS. Few assumption is that n is the number of customer in the system, lambda is equal to mean arrival rate, mu is the mean service rate. Assumption and the notation. D is the probability of one arrival in the system during the del T. That means lambda is the arrival rate, and in time del T, how much customer can arrive, that is lambda into del T. Probability of more than one arrival in the system during del T is order of del T. More than one we are considering is the order of the del T. Probability of no arrival in the system during the del T is equal to 1 minus lambda del T. In the del T time, arrival is the 1 minus del T. Total probability is 1. That's why no arrival in the time del T is equal to 1 minus lambda del T plus order of del T. Because more than one customer arrived in a time del T is the order of del T. Probability of one service completion in the time del T is equal to mu del T. Mu is the service rate, and number of customers served in the time del T is equal to mu del T. Probability of more than one service completion in the time del T is equal to order of del T. These are the assumptions. Probability of not a single service completion in the time del T is 1 minus mu delta T. Because total probability is 1, so no service is 1 minus mu delta T plus order of del T. Let Pn T plus delta T be the probability of n customer in the system at time T plus del T. Let us consider Pn t plus delta t be the probability of n customer in the system at t plus delta t, and Pnt, only Pnt is the number of n customer in the system at time t, and we are considering the number of customers in the system at time t plus delta t. This is our the one notation. Another notation is Pnt. Here we are considering a table for discussing the things, that is the two cases arises. One case is when n number of customer greater than 0. Another is the cases when the number of customer 0. That means there is no customer is there in the system. Here we are considering the event wise 1, 2, 3, and 3 events are independent. We are considering here the 3 independent events, and to obtain the steady state we are considering these 3 for the case 1, and later on discuss the case 2 when case 2 is the n equal to 0. Suppose at time t there is n minus 1 customer in the queue and 1 is arrived and no service is there, no departure is there. So how many customer in the system? No one in the service, and in a queue after arriving 1. So total customer in the system is n. That is the one possibility. Another possibility is there, n number of customer in a queue, no one arrived in the time delta t, no one served in the time delta t. So how much customer in the system? N number of customer in the system. Now n plus 1 number of customer in the queue, no one is arrived and 1 entered into the served. So after the 1 customer served in the time delta t, how much left in the system? N customer in the system at the end of the time t plus delta t. Delta t is the operating time and this is the start time. After the time consumed delta t, how much customer in the system in number of customers. These three events are independent. So you can find the probability of Pnt plus delta t considering the 3 independent events. So we can sum up the 3 independent probability, we will get the Pnt plus delta t. That means we can say n number of customer at the time t plus delta t in the system by considering the 3 independent events or sum of the 3 independent events. Now by adding all these 3 independent probability, we get the probability of n units in the system at time t plus delta t. So in this case, probability of n minus 1 customer at the there, and what is the service? Lambda delta t. So 1 customer is service lambda delta t and no service is there, 1 arrival is there, that is the lambda delta t, and no service is there, then 1 minus mu delta t. So this is our the probability for the n minus 1 customer at time t. Now n number of customer at Pnt, no service is there, no arrival is there, no service is there. So product Pnt into 1 minus lambda del t into 1 minus mu del t. So after multiplying, what we will get? Let's see. Lambda plus mu will get an order of delta t, and order of delta t square. Since delta t is the small, so order of delta t square we are neglecting. We are considering only the order of delta t. And next, last part, probability of n plus 1 at time t. no arrival 1 minus mu delta t, and one served is mu delta t plus order of delta t is there, because we are considering more than one customer in time delta t or order of delta t. So multiplying this and simplifying, we will get the result. Probability of nt plus delta t, pnt plus delta t is equal to pn minus 1 t lambda delta t 1 minus mu delta t plus pnt 1 minus lambda delta t 1 minus mu delta t. That is the previous equation. Now simplifying this, we will got this pnt plus delta t equal to pn minus t lambda delta t from here, and from here we got pn t 1 minus lambda plus mu delta t plus pn plus 1 t mu delta t. From here we will get, and neglecting the higher order, only we are keeping the order of delta t. This into this we will get the higher order, this into this we will get the higher order, neglecting that, only taking the order of delta t. Now dividing, after changing the side, if we change the side here, so what we will get, and dividing both sides by the delta t, because delta t is not equal to 0, delta t is very small value, so you can divide both sides by the delta t, because delta t is not equal to 0. pnt plus delta t minus pnt divided by delta t is equal to lambda. See, from here the lambda pn minus t minus, from here this is transferred into the left hand side. So this is minus lambda plus mu pnt plus mu into pn plus 1t plus order of delta t by delta t. Now we are taking delta t tends to 0, limiting case. So in the limiting case, when delta t tends to 0, order of delta t by delta t basically equal to 0. And from the left hand side, limit delta t tends to 0, and right hand side limit delta t tends to 0. So from this we will get only this part will be the 0, and this is converted to the differentiation of the pnt. So from the left hand side we will get d of pnt dt, that means differentiation with respect to t, equal to lambda pn minus 1t minus lambda plus mu pnt plus mu into, this is pn minus 2 mu into pn plus 1t. This is the case of the relation we get when n is greater than 0. Now that part is the 0, I already said. So this is our the relation. Now in the steady state, what happened in the steady state when t tends to infinity and delta t tends to 0? When t is tends to infinity in the steady state, that differentiation part of pnt tends to 0 and pnt tends to pn. So from this relation and along with this relation we get 0 equal to, this part will be 0, lambda pn minus 1 minus lambda plus mu pn plus mu into pn plus 1. This is we are keeping as a equation number. This is basically the, this is actually differential difference equation. This equation is known as the differential difference equation, and this is the difference equation A. Now we consider the another part, case 2, then combining the A and we will get the another equation, difference equation B. Combining this, we conclude our the result. Now this is the case 2 where n is equal to 0. So in this case we are considering the two event 1 and 2. At the time t there is no customer, no arrival, no service, so number of customer in the system at the time t plus delta t is 0, because at the time delta t no arrival, no service. So at the time t we are calling it the p0t. Now another event we are considering, one customer at the time t in the system, no arrival, one service, so 0 customer in the system at the time t plus del t. In the time duration del t, no arrival, one served. So similarly, the probability that there will be n customer, here we are considering n equal to 0 in the system at time t plus del t will be the sum of the following two independent probabilities. What are the two independent probabilities? Probability that there is no unit in the system at time t and no arrival in time del t equal to what is that? P0t and no arrival, that means 1 minus lambda del t. If we take it here the no service is that, also we can multiply it by 1 minus mu delta t. That after that we will get the same thing, because we are neglecting the higher order of this and we are taking the order of del t. So p and t, this is not required, actually this is continuation of the previous one. Now in the second case, probability that there is one unit in the system at time t and one unit served at the time del t and no arrival in the time del t. That is the P1t into no arrival and one service. One service means mu delta t at the time del t and no arrival is there, 1 minus lambda del t is equal to P1t mu delta t minus order of del t. And this multiplication mu lambda delta square we are neglecting, because the delta square, order of delta square is the very small. Case 2, for n equal to 0. Adding these two probability, we get probability of P0 at t plus del t. That means no customer at the time t plus del t is equal to P0 t 1 minus lambda del t plus P1 t mu delta t order of del t. That should be closed one bracket. Now dividing and transferring the P0 in the left hand side and dividing both sides by the lambda t, because lambda t is not equal to 0, it is near to 0, or we can taking it is tends to 0 but not equal to 0, so we can divide both sides by the del t. So P0 t plus del t minus P0 t by del t is equal to minus lambda P0 t plus mu P1 t plus order of del t by del t. Now when we are taking del t tends to 0, order of del t by del t equal to 0. Now taking the limit del t tends to 0, we are getting this, and left hand side for n equal to 0. Now left hand side is the differentiation of P0 t at the time with respect to the t. So this is left hand side, we can write d of P0 t by dt equal to minus lambda P0 t plus mu P1 t, and this part is the 0 for n equal to 0. Now under the steady state, at the steady state, that this part will be the 0, because P0 t will be the P0. P0 is the constant, and that is differentiation with respect to dt will be the 0, and left hand side P0 t will be P0 and P1 t will be the P1. So from that we will get 0 equal to minus lambda P0 plus mu P1. This is, we are calling that difference equation, we are called as a B. Now from this what we will get after changing the site, P1 equal to lambda by mu P0. Again we know lambda by mu is equal to rho. We can change it by lambda by mu by rho. We can replace lambda by mu by rho also. So equation A and B are called the steady difference equation. Steady state difference equation for the model model 1, MM1 infinity FCFS. So from B we get P1 is equal to lambda by mu P0. We can write instead of the lambda by mu is the rho for the model 1. And from A we get P2 equal to from here, if we put n equal to 2, from that we will get the relation, or n equal to 1, from that we will get that relation. This will be 0, this will be 1, this will be 2. So from that we will get the relation P2. So from A we get P2 equal to lambda by mu P1 equal to lambda by 2 square P0. P0 we know the value. What is called the P0? That we know, 1 minus P0. That means rho is the busy. So ideal is the 1 minus rho. That's why P0, instead of P0 we can write 1 minus rho. Rho is the traffic intensity, that is the busy period. So non-busy, that means there is no customer in the system, that is the ideal. Ideal is equal to 1 minus rho. So from this relation we can write the general relation Pn is equal to lambda by mu to the power n P0. So lambda by mu we can easily replace by the rho. Now another one, Pn is the number of customer in the system. Since it is the queue length, that is the capacity is infinity, so we can write n is equal to 0 to infinity, Pn equal to 1. So value of the n may be 0 to infinity. That's why summation of Pn is equal to 1, that we know, and we get. So if we take the summation of that P0 plus P1, P1 we can write lambda by mu P0, P2 we can write lambda by mu square, lambda by mu square P0. So it is going on, and right hand side, that is the 1. So from that we can take P0 is the outside, and we can replace lambda by mu by the rho. Then it will be easy for writing for us. If we, instead of lambda by mu, if we replace by the rho, so this will be rho square. It is going on, and the right hand side is the 1. Now again, lambda by mu is, the value is less than 1. So this is an GP series, 1 plus rho square, 1 plus rho square plus rho cube is going on. This is a infinite GP series. By the formula we can add up. So outside is the P0, so P0 into 1 by 1 minus mu by lambda, and if we replace this is by rho, so this will be 1 minus rho, and this is equal to 1. And since lambda by mu, arrival rate, basically mean arrival rate, is less than the mean service rate. So from that we get, so P0 is equal to 1 minus lambda by mu is equal to 1 minus rho. This is the one relation. This is the very, very important. With considering the steady state, prove that P0 equal to, that is, there is no customer in the system, is equal to 1 minus lambda by mu. Now what is lambda by mu? That is the traffic intensity, and that is we can replace by the rho, 1 minus rho, as rho equal to lambda by mu. And for the Pn we will get Pn equal to lambda by mu to the power n P0 equal to, this is we replace by rho to the power n 1 minus rho. So this two relation is very, very important for us for the model 1. And next we discuss about our topics about that the LS, we try to find out the relations with the rho, mu and lambda, LQ, LS, WQ, WS. So this is the end today's class.